Hello friends, I am Parthesh Thakkar, and in this session I am going to tell you about IELTS exam. IELTS exam, the full form stands for International English Language Testing System. I want to tell you some history of IELTS exam. In around 1980s, Cambridge University came up with a testing system called ELT, which was known as English Language Testing. Then they developed further into a system, ELTS. The exam then accepted by various countries and various bodies and universities, which now is known as IELTS. Friends, the first IELTS exam was conducted in 1989. This examination is conducted worldwide by managed worldwide by three bodies. One of them is Cambridge Language Assessment. This is a part of Cambridge University. Second is the British Council, and third is IDP. Friends, this exam is of two types, academic and general training exam. Academic IELTS exam is for those who want to study abroad in countries like US, Canada, UK, New Zealand, Ireland, Singapore, Australia and many more. General training IELTS exam is for those who want to settle abroad in countries like Canada, New Zealand, Australia, UK, Singapore and many more. There are so many other bodies, professional bodies and recruitment bodies who also accept IELTS as a proof of your English language proficiency. This exam actually tells your English language proficiency in a band score out of 9. Minimum is 1 and maximum is 9. And this exam has 4 modules: listening, reading, writing and speaking. Friends, you get bands out of 9. So let's say you get bands out of 9 in listening, bands out of 9 in reading, bands out of 9 in writing and bands out of 9 in speaking. And an average of all these 4 will be produced as a final band score, which is known as your overall band score. This exam is a proof of your English language proficiency, which can be produced anywhere if you wish to apply abroad. Now let us understand IELTS exam itself. First, we'll understand what is listening. In IELTS listening exam, you will get a question paper, and on a paper all the questions are printed and a tape is being played. You'll have to hear that tape, read those questions and write answers in the question paper itself, and at the end of the test you'll be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers into the answer sheet. IELTS listening exam has 40 questions and it has 4 sections. Section 1. Now I'll tell you about sections. Like section 1 has 10 questions, and in section 1, first almost always you will hear an example and then the test begins. Section 1 is always a dialogue. Dialogue as in a conversation between two people, and the overall situation in this particular section will be based on routine life. Let us say somebody is calling to a bank. He or she wants to open an account. Somebody is applying for a job and wants to know about the job. Or somebody is talking to a police and registering a complaint as he or she has lost some of his valuables. So these are everyday, day-to-day life situations, and such situations are covered in section 1, and it is in 2 parts. You will get a break in between, let's say section 1 to 4, and then you will get questions 5 to 6. In section 1, since it is a conversation between 2 people, you will get this in 2 breaks. I mean, say let's question 1 to 4 and question 5 to 10, or questions 1 to 6 and question 7 to 10. There will be a break in between and you will get some time in between also to look at the questions. Now let's move to section 2. It is almost always a monologue. Again, it is based on a day-to-day life situation. Let's say a newsreader is reading a news item to all viewers. A tour guide is explaining the visitors about a specific tourist destination or something like that. Here again you will get 2 parts. I mean questions 11 to 20, and there will be a break in between where you can again get a time to look at the questions. Section 3. Section 3 is conversation, and there can be up to 4 speakers in this. In section 3, you'll get an academic situation. Students are talking about their assignments, or they are talking to their professor about their project or something like that. It is also in 2 parts. In the last section, the setup here is like a university lecture. You will find somebody, only one speaker, giving information about any academic subject. The overall setup is like a university lecture or a session. Please understand, in section 4 there is no break. In section 4, question number 31 to 40 are being played constantly and there is no break in between. So you'll get some time to look at all the questions before the section begins. Now let us move to the second part, that is reading test. Friends, reading test is of two types. One is academic and second is general. In academic IELTS reading test, you will get passages and the overall test contains 40 questions and you'll get 60 minutes to write answers of all the questions given. There are 3 passages. Each passage can contain around 13 to 14 questions and in total there are 40 questions. But please understand, please note this part, that you will not get any additional time to transfer your answers from the question paper to the answer sheet like you get in listening. So you should write all the answers directly into the answer sheet. In general training reading, you will get sections. There are total 40 questions, but here you will get sections. There can be 3 or 4 sections in this test. Next, we'll move to the writing test. Writing is again of two types, academic and general training. In academic, you get 2 tasks. Task 1, which is a visual information description. You will get a graph, and the graph can be a bar chart, a pie chart, a line graph, a table, a process or a flow chart, or there can be more than 1 graphs given to you and a combination of various graphs will also be possible. You are going to describe that using minimum 150 words. Task 2 is an essay. You are going to write an essay on the given topic using 250 words. Task 1 and Task 2 in academic writing test, both should be completed in 60 minutes. The general training task. In general training task also, you are going to complete that in 60 minutes, but here Task 1 is different. Task 1 is a letter writing exercise. You will get a letter based on a routine day-to-day life situation and you're going to write that letter using minimum 150 words, and essay will be also of minimum 250 words. Now there is a suggestion, again this suggestion is given by IELTS exam authorities themselves, that in task 1 you should spend minimum 20 minutes and in task 2 you should spend minimum 40 minutes. This is happening because of 2 good reasons. Number 1, you write more number of words in task 2, so you need some more time behind that particular task, and the overall weightage of this particular task is higher than task 1. I mean, task 1's weightage in the final band score is almost 3 out of 9 and task 2's weightage in the final band score is almost 6 out of 9. So since task 2 has higher weightage, you should spend more time on it and you should prepare with more intensity, I would say. Now let's talk about the speaking test of IELTS. Friends, IELTS speaking test is conducted on any other day than the actual IELTS exam, that is listening, reading and writing. The rule of IELTS exam says that speaking test can be conducted before 7 days or after 7 days of the listening, reading and writing exam. You will be informed about the schedule of the test in advance and you will have to go to the exam venue and greet the examiner and sit in the examination room. Here there is no examination hall, there is an examination room where one examiner will conduct your exam. Speaking test runs for between 11 to 14 minutes and it is divided in 3 parts. Part 1 is known as introduction. In this particular part, examiner will ask you questions about you, your hobby, your friends, your family, your education, your city, something like that. Then they move to the second part of the speaking test. The second part is known as a cue card topic. It is also known as an individual long turn. In this test, you'll get a prompt, you'll get a card. It means you'll get a topic and on that topic you'll have to first prepare for 1 minute and then you'll have to speak for 2 minutes. When the speaking part 2 gets over, examiner moves to part 3. It is known as a two-way discussion or an extended discourse. In this part, examiner will ask you questions which are thematically linked to the part 2 topic, or they may ask you any abstract question which may not be relevant to the cue card of part 2. Overall, the exam runs between 11 to 14 minutes. Part 1 4 to 5 minutes, Part 2 3 to 4 minutes, and Part 3 again 4 to 5 minutes. And when the exam gets over, you will simply have to leave the examination room without asking any question to the examiner. It's not really advisable that you can ask any question to the examiner. And then you will get the result of the exam after 13 days. They declare the result online on the 13th day of the exam test, and you'll get a TRF, which is known as test report form, by post or by courier in around 2 to 3 days of your online result declaration.